Okay, we have very exciting. Our first RavExel Mr. Gold Duocast Custom 10, and we're having a blind pick for this type of adventure. How do you feel about this, Mr. Gold?
Well,
Oh,
we already casted the earlier one that didn't go very well because we had an AFK, but it looks like we're excited to have the one again. The same picks, the same action. So let's see what we have different right there, except for Victorious Victor, who basically AFK'd. I think maybe his mother called him for dinner or something, and that's pretty strong win to boss to reserve. So
yeah, there
it
might have
looks
been
like
a
most of the
cowbell
picks will be
ringing or
the
something.
same.
Yeah, it's all the same picks, but
And
of course the top lane on the left-hand side is going to be different. It was a Riven before, now it appears to be a Fizz. So that is a Fizz top, Nidalee mid. So that's right, folks. Once again, we're seeing a Nidalee mid. I know you haven't seen it for 2 years, 3 years, but it's now getting picked a lot more. It's now a top jungle pick. It's probably the fourth or fifth highest pick in high-ranked solo queue for jungle. I saw one pro try to do it in top lane, and I believe a cast of ours yesterday or 2 days ago tried it top lane to a mixed success. They won the game, but wasn't because of the Nidalee top.
Nidalee appears to be like surfacing all over the place now. I've seen her in competitive. Is this just a case of people seeing her in competitive and transitioning it to their own games, or is there's been like a buff or a meta shit that's warranted the Nidalee pick?
I think it's a mix of a meta shift and seeing professionals play her. She hasn't been directly buffed at all, but I believe because tank junglers are starting to come back into the meta, and Nidalee is able to run circles around tank junglers, able to get a farm lead, able to get damage off, and basically, yeah, able to get a level lead as well over the much slower and less aggressive junglers. But she's probably the highest skill cap jungler in the game that I know of. Probably why
Oh
she's
yeah,
not
she's
played
not
very often.
she's not in a mouth. Yeah, it's very well said. So when you say she's able to run laps, I guess you mean scurry around, like figuratively go in, engage a bit, get out. It should be kind of potent. Um, I'm liking her as a pick. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to like the spear toss with the chum the waters. If he's hit a few targets on the other side, they're going down. Like there's not very many champions on the side who's going to be able to handle the focus. They're not running a very balanced comp. They're running hyper aggressive, very much similar to like carry champion for the roles. And we'll see whether or not they'll be building up a tank or not just to sustain a few hits because no one's going to be taking a lot of hits. Only really the Jax can avoid like the auto attacks. But other than that, it's not going to be much. The dive still looks a lot stronger on the red side team, so I'm kind of curious how this will turn out right now. But a lot of excitement, a lot of fun, and it's going to be one of those gold power matches, I think.
Absolutely. I can't wait for the Ash Arrow into Jackson Khan coming from the flanks into a Galio dive, and then if anything goes wrong, the Bard Ultimate for good measure. They have a very fun team comp over there on the red side, and I can't wait to see how some of these early team fights shape up and possibly over a first dragon. Now, we don't have any of the junglers that can take a first dragon super early. If any of them can, it's going to be Nocturne, but we're just going to have to see. As you pointed out earlier in the night, Nocturne, not the most popular jungler, hasn't really seen a lot of play, but should do really well into Khan. As long as blue side's jungle is warded and they can see Khan take one of those unusual paths into their jungle, when Nocturne's 6, we'll be able to ultimate directly onto him and start hitting him for all kinds of damage. Now, Khan can still run away, but I'm not sure if he can win a one-on-one fight, especially if it's in the opposing team's jungle and the opposing team's junglers are able to react with a fair bit of quickness. But because these are 5-on-5 teams, we expect that there were some Discord channel server channels thrown out there before the game was completed before the champions were picked. So I do expect both these teams to be on chat and coordinated.
Oh, hopefully. We're having a lot of theory crafting this game right here. You know, we're thinking about the enchanted frozen arrows, going to start this big team fight, followed by this tempered fate, stopping the other team's backline, so the front line's going to get pressured away, pushing them off the objective. Well, in all honesty, this is like a solo queue errata game. They could be getting their teeth kicked under their face and on their tower at 5 minutes, right? So we'll see what happens, right? So we'll see where the first blood goes, the first death goes, and we'll see what sort of action goes around the map. The first few minutes are going to be very volatile, especially in a bot lane when you have 2 people and the chance of maybe a little early jungle pressure, because cheese can be super effective. It looks like everyone's going except for Frosty Paws, so we're off to a much better start. At least the solo lanes have arrived.
Yeah, with 9 players buying items, this is actually just like last game, but I fully expect Nocturne. There we go. We have a game. I cannot wait. There is an invade by red team onto the blue side. They have not been seen. There is no wards out, no defensive wards, no wards in river. There was a warning ping out towards the blue, so they do know there's something up here. And red pinging for help, but there's only 3 of them there. Their bot lane has decided to stay on the bottom side of the map. So
here it goes. There goes the engaged. Congo's in right there. It comes to crippled. And onto the Winds of Winter. Sorry, the Winds of War, my bad. And brings down for first blood. That's terrible. A laner going down. Thankfully, he'll have Cougar form, so he'll be able to get back to things. But that's going to be a buff donated over. Let's hope that the Nocturne decides to head over and take the blue buffs. Doesn't get 3 buffed, but if the Bard decides to ward that side, which I don't think he's going to, so it could be just a buff switch. We'll see what the Nocturne does after the red buff.
I do predict him to do exactly that. Really, you know exactly where the opposing jungler is, and with this level 2, you should be walking right over, but he's not going to be doing so. So he's going to go ahead and give the 3 buff over to Khan unless there's some very interesting pathing going on. But let's see how these lanes turn out. We have Fizz versus Jax in the top lane, so both swingy, and Jax getting a really good counter strike there, followed up by some minion damage to give him the early advantage in the trade. But in the bottom lane,
big damage to the bot lane.
Yeah, very good.
Damage goes down. The volley does not connect. Level 1 power spike there.
Yeah, and that was the heal by. Wow, and that was a very good flash by Bard, and that early Bard damage. We've seen this in both games. Bard getting an early advantage, getting early damage, and yeah, getting his laner. Actually, no, he took the kill. Him getting himself a lead. So we're gonna see if he's gonna go AP. I predict he won't, but we never know. This is a custom 10 game, and you know what?
Another stun there, towers could be going. One more auto attack. And Ash should have been there, able to grab the kill. He needs to get out right there, and Bardic and Toomey auto attacks. Oh, these champions are close right there, but I think the Bard's gonna be okay. They don't know where Nocturne is right now. It looks like, yeah, he's gonna be dropping a ward just to make sure he's fine. Big battle top lane. Nocturne's engaging the Jax right there. I haven't seen whether he's broken his counter strike yet, but most likely he has. Here comes Galileo into the shield, but misses the taunt. Oh, that's gonna suck.
Flash for flash on that one.
It's unfortunate. And
early scuttle there by
looks like Fizzle were made on top.
Yeah, Fizz is gonna stay top.
Looks like the Galileo.
There's
some action in the mid lane. Oh,
Nidalee, and they're just picking to see who's getting that kill. And really, unfortunately, Nidalee flashing right before dying to the Khan, and that's not something that you want to happen. If you know you're already gonna die there, she was a little bit away from the wall. You have to be right pressed up against that wall in order for that flash to work, and she wasn't that close.
Karma taking too much damage right there in bot lane. Bard misses the Cosmic Bind, was going to take the harass. But again, huge damage on the Lucian thing. This is not what you expect to be seeing. The Karma Lucian lane is supposed to be the bully lane. With the looks like the scales are being twisted towards the Bard there with his damage. Nice job there, but his mana is going to be out of commission, and looks like we have a Nocturne. I don't think he's going to be going around to assist. Things are still a bit volatile right now. I expect some backs and then the lane just to recharge and get ready for the action.
having a little bit of mouse issues right now, so hopefully this is gonna correct.
Oh. Magical Journey? No.
Okay.
Oh no. Appears, is this just the caster's curse? We're talking about the cosmic bindings that this Cloud Police guy is hitting, and all of a sudden he's whiffed on the last two. And
That would be
you
the
know,
definition
actually,
of
bot lane,
Caster's Curse.
Yes, top lane's going pretty much standard. The Fizz is pushing into the tower. On the other side, the Nidalee is getting pushed under. This is I don't think this is the matchup that Nidalee really wants. She can't really abuse the Galileo too much. She's gonna have a lot of health, a lot of shield, and it's gonna be kind of hard just to cut through this. We're gonna want Nidalee to roam to really put impacts on the side lanes, but she can't really do much when she's getting pushing her tower all the time.
But as we're seeing a big CS lead for Ashe on the bottom lane, that's due to the Bard's incredible poking damage, and that just goes to show you if you're doing your job as support, you can get your AD carry a big CS lead. And they're both going to go back. Ashe very low mana right now. It's going to have, let's take a look at the gold totals. Has 1325, so can go for BF sword or can go for a more attack speed type of item. So deciding to go boots and a vampiric scepter. So a little bit of a different build there. It's going to go Bilgewater Cutlass as a first item. So could have went a few different routes, but deciding to go for some lifesteal and some early movement.
Yeah, that's going to be big right there. We have some engage on top lane. The Jax has got a team out. He pops a counter-strike and gets a stun off thing, but the team at, wow, look at the damage going out on that Fizz. Is that the new rush on Jax? Is the team at? I think I must have missed that patch.
Yeah, traditionally he's been Blade of the Ruin King for many patches, but Tiamat, I guess. I really thought that it was Blade of the Ruin King first.
Oh, Chum, the water's on the Jax top lane. He's going, the picture goes, the damage goes in. Oh, and the Doctor can't respawn. He's too low.
Jax hit level 6.
I'm not sure what the Fizz was doing there, but nice try. But the Jax is a team at. You can't take that. It looks like the Nocturne's going to be soaking on there, but yeah, sorry, but I thought wasn't the Sheen supposed to be, or the Trinity Force, the go-to item for Jax?
It had been, but not for a little while. It did shift over to the Blade of the Ruin King, and then I didn't quite get the memo, but now I guess it appears that Tiamat is the item. I'm gonna have to check my statistician for that exact total and what percentage of high-level players do that. But since he's on break currently, we're just gonna assume that this is a correct build, and his Jax knows what he's doing.
Well, he's the one that pushed in the Fizz on the 0-4 team, so we're gonna give him some credibility, if not the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I'm not gonna call that situation incredulous, but you know, you could call me on it if it is.
All right, that sounds good. So I made a thing earlier where I said Galileo uses his Winds of Winter instead of the Winds of the War. I think I'm just really ready for George R. R. Martin to release his next book. It's been 5 years. I want to see some Game of Thrones. And this champion Galileo always reminds me of George R. R. Martin's world.
Well, there was this is middle of July, and Game of Thrones did just play a few days ago. So I know you're kind of
extra on the blue buff.
Peeved
Here he goes.
How that went, but we have the new season upon us. And we
Khan
have
steals
Khan.
it. They got to engage it. He's going in.
Beautiful combo there.
Looks like the engage is there. Goes out. The guy. Road charge going in there. Looks like Nocturne's running for his life. He's got the kill. He wants to get out. It looks like they're going to have to tether on them, but not enough for the Colossal Smash passive. Brings him down. We're having a wet needle fight, but there's no way you're going to be able to escape the Fizz. I'm sure he's got playful tricks or something. There we go. Oh no, he hits it down. Almost goes down in return. Look at the strength of that champion just by itself. Almost able to bring them down 2-1. The Jax would love to have a kill off that, but I'm not sure why he wasn't in the fight. I think he might just be on a back or something. And
that was a call play. Khan going into two people like that with Galio ulting directly on top of him. I thought they had it. I thought they had the CC and the damage, but you're having Nocturne being able to turn and get the kill on Khan and turn that fight. And here, the beautiful Bard double stun. I don't think they had the damage.
The Cosmic Bind. Oh, the Cosmic Binding goes up too soon. So close. That would have been a stun and a double kill in the snowball bot lane there. Oh, you could. Oh, the arrow's down.
Yeah, about another 10-15 seconds on that Crystal Arrow. So they're hanging around on bot lane just in case there's another play. And frankly, it seems like a good idea. 2 more attacks and this Lucian is going to be dead. Oh, Chancellor Crystal Arrow is up. Bard ultimate still down for about another 45 seconds.
He has to back out. A Cosmic Binding into an arrow is going to be a double kill, not only a single kill. Yeah, he has the culling to clear the way. That's a good play right there. Get a little bit extra gold, but he really should be backing off. Top lane, the Jax is pulling.
He's coming behind and Nocturne turning, but not sure why. A little bit of a misplay by Galio. He wanted to charge towards the Nocturne and not away from him. So this is Karma
the combos is
awfully lonely under tower.
Does not have the damage. And the Khan's going to survive. No, goes down. The return kill. That is not worth it. I'm afraid. The one-on-one after all that pressure is going, but I don't think the blue side is going to be able to do anything with that pressure advantage right there.
Check that CS lead up on the top lane, and even more so, check that CS lead in the mid lane. Is Nidalee still here? It's 25 farm to 80. Like, what is this? This is, I actually don't understand how the total could be that low.
And Lucia's going on the Ash. Here comes a taunt. He's not going to be able to get away. That's going to be another kill given over to the team. Galileo's grabbing a second kill of the match. Here comes the Tempered Fate into Cosmic Binding. It's going down. Colossal Smash brings him down with the Bard taking it. Nice job on the Bard.
Look at that carry support. Bard
that was
with
exciting.
The big damage. Picking up a kill and an assist. Wow. 3 to 8. This game is getting snowballed out of control. 5,000 gold lead at 11 minutes 30 seconds. And the top and mid lane and also the bot lane have such an advantage here. I really don't see how this game's going to get turned back. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Oh, here goes the Paranoia onto the Galio. This is going to be a shutdown gold coming down to... Oh, no, not a shutdown yet, but nice job there. Pick up a kill. That's what you're going to have to... When you're behind, you have to pick up kills. Sometimes players act overconfident. That's what you can basically clean up right there. They really needed that pick up right there. Because let's not forget, the blue team has a stronger engage. Potential just to pick up a quick target, and they're going to do some pickoffs. Unfortunately, they tried earlier with the Jax, and they almost 1 versus 2 them, so this doesn't look very good for the Fizz here. This could be a dive potential with Khan's step through the shadows.
Let me know when that starts, because, we had Ash chasing Karma on the bottom, almost a kill. Here's that dive on top lane.
Oh, goes in. And
a single shot by Khan.
Yeah.
3 kills, 2 assists. He went with the OP boost. He just wants to be everywhere on this map.
Shadow step is just really hard just to avoid right there. You can really get through a lot of towns. You can get a couple of hits and you're good to go. 2 towers down. This is turning into the snowball effect I was talking about. They don't really have the tank. They have an engage, but an engage with a tank just brings you to your death faster. It may look cool, it may make a highlight play, but not for your team.
Well, Nidalee's
this would be the 3rd tower. All the other towers are gone.
To walk away because really she's not farming at all. She's still at 25 farm at 13 minutes. I think Nidalee has already given up on this game and it really isn't trying anymore. Just deciding to turn into Tiger form occasionally, walk around the jungle, show up occasionally in lane in order to get killed. 0, 4, and 0, 25 farm. Really doesn't want to be in this situation at all. I expect possibly going home to mama, maybe crying on his girlfriend's shoulder. I'm not sure, but there's going to be some sort of emotional support needed for him after this game.
He definitely needs some inspiration. Maybe it's his mother's cooking. His name's Inspiration.
Thank you. That's inspiration on the Fizz. Okay, I got it. Thank you. I want to know how that was going. This Galio taking on 2 people and the red buff at the same time.
That's how we need it right there. We're gonna have some red buff cleanup. Oh, the Bard's also not going down. The Khan's going in. Looks like the Nidalee's like, I gotta get a kill finally. I want to be important. Looks like some red buffs going. The Khan's going over there. Who's paranoid of who? The Nocturne's running away. But that's all we're gonna have. You're not gonna have any Hail Mary spears going. Jax is taking the jungle. Pressure on the map. I believe at the nice part of this game, we talked about this skill disparity of this game. The two, I believe, platinum players were going to be on the red team, and as this score line is depicted, it's not to be expected.
Yeah, not only that, but
another result.
2 platinums, 3 golds, and I think there was only 1 or 2 golds on the blue team, and then the rest silver and lower. I believe a single bronze. So a little bit of a skill disparity there. I was hoping it to be a little bit closer. 10,000 gold lead here at almost 15 minutes. And it might have been a careful ploy by the red team by letting that Nidalee spear hit the bar. That's going to went ahead and reset Nidalee's gold total. So now they can go ahead and farm Nidalee up a little bit more and you know, increase their gold and dominance over this game. Very, very aptly done.
Yeah, and JaximusTheGreat's really being like breakthrough sensation. He's pretty much won the gold power player of the game so far, or at least he's my forerunner. Excellent plays, excellent shadow steps. And here's another one right there. We have it passing, huge engage on the Nocturne. The Nocturne can only engage, he can't disengage. The Tether's gonna try. Oh, the Tether and the Fear breaks him, and he goes in with some huge volley play, but almost pulls it off. There we go. That was excellent. That's what you got to do when you're being disrespected like that. At least go down fighting, not running. We're not French.
Well, we are 2 Frenchmen, 1 cast, but
oh, Ton the Waters is going to be up. Is a Galio going to go down? This should be automatic play goes down. Oh, Tempered Bard. He's going to get a Flash Cosmic Binding. He goes a Magical Journey and he whiffs on the Cosmic Binding.
Beautiful foresight there by Bard, going ahead and ulting the Galio in with his aggressors, and that ended up getting the trading kill just from that heads-up play by Bard. Picking up
a lot of good plays in this.
3 kills, 1 death, 5 assists. Bard doing an excellent job of setting up plays for his team and making sure to do damage by himself. I couldn't think of a more apropos person to have the blue buff at this time. And there you go, leaving a little heal and speed buff for Ashe as Ashe is healing up for that Blade of the Ruin King start, as we saw. And when you see an Ashe starting Vampiric Scepter, you know they're going to be going for the Blade of the Ruin King rush.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
It looks like, yeah, I was actually completely, I agree with that. That's a good way of putting it. Interesting choice on the Gauntlet. The slows is, I don't know, this team is going to be so sticky to get away once you have the Iceborne Gauntlet slows. Ooh. Oh, it looks like, oh, let's have a look here. I think we're going to get the Paranoia drop. Maybe 3-level difference, though, on this engage in top lane. So let's see what happens. The Tether goes. Jaxus is playing, okay, I really don't care. Go ahead. I got my Counter-Strike. Oh, I got double stun. I don't think you're too online right now. Here comes the Galileo. I want to play, too. I want to play, too. Where's the Karma going to go? She's got her Tether. Jaxus saying, all right, I'm going to kill you. He's chasing down. He's got the Leap Strike. He's got the Empowered W, and just about goes down. And Devastation, the line, Winds of War goes out, and this is probably going to be another tower going down. Let's have B-Boy Space. What's anything to say about it?
Well, he might be very skilled at the dance moves, but I don't know if he can stop this tower from going down. I don't know if he's got those type of moves. Not sure if Galio wanted to go backwards there. I think he's having a little bit of issues with his E.
Oh, the Enchanted Arrow hits with the volley followed up in the slows, and it doesn't quite go down. Here goes Tempered Fate. The Atlantic Cosmic biting this time land. Oh, there's a nice job there. Cleanup. It's now inhibitor time. The slows are going out, but that's not going to be good enough. Looks like they're now switching on the next target. That's 2 down, all over the place. Rip Fail Pop. I'm not sure what they can do right here. I think the only acceptable play is surrender. And do you agree with that?
Well, you know, there hasn't been a 15-minute surrender option for quite a while. I think that was really the play, but the second best play appears to be going down in flames. And the red team has been extremely apt at doing that, and it looks like they're going to finish it off. There's really nothing that Lucian can do other than go
nice cosmic binding at the end
and die, but you're going to give it to Jax as your play of the game. I'm going to give mine to Bard. Let's go support. Supports rarely get the credit they deserve, and this Bard's been doing everything from offensive to defensive to roaming around, gathering all sorts of little minions. You know, he's my player of the game. RavExel, you know, the platinum standard. Not really the gold standard, but the platinum standard.
I will warn you, the platinum standard, don't be confused by League of Legends metallurgy or mirrology, is the inferior brand. Nobody messes with gold medal.
Disrespect here by the red team, just kind of lingering around, a little bit trolly, just wanting this game to continue a little bit more. I don't know why. This game has been more than long over. Really, there's no chance. Let's see if there's going to be a 20-minute surrender here. Perhaps there was just one holdout on the blue team that just didn't want to surrender.
This game's still going. I already left it.
It absolutely is. But I can fill you in. It's now at 20 minutes right now, and we're going to see if there's a surrender vote.
Actually, I can probably do the last team fight properly casted outside of the game. I'm not confident.
Well, we have the Ashe getting the
Khan goes in. He catches. That's a I was going to go with the Khan shadow stepping into some.
Well, Khan's kind of off in Neverland, doing his own jungle while his team is. So he's not quite doing that. We got Galio hitting an E, picking up a kill, but died in the meantime. Jax diving base, trying to do all sorts of damage against the Nocturne. Bard, very disrespectful, not hitting the Nexus. The red team not finishing this inhibitor. I mean this Nexus, kind of just wasting everyone's time. Really, this game could have been over a while ago. We could be into another game. Hopefully, they're having fun because I don't think blue team's having too much fun.
Wow, this is not a game of friends. This is a game of legends, right? Like, you know, Kobe Bryant as heyday with the Lakers? You think he was passing the ball back to the team after he got too many threes in a row? No, he was hammering that full court press. That's how you beat team. That's how legends are remembered.
Well, we have a remarkable 43 kills in a 21-minute game. That's got to be the highest kill total that I've seen in recent memory. And really, it's Galio doing the most amount of damage to champions by a long shot, and Nidalee getting the significantly less damage. She did less than half the total damage to champions in the support. So really, just because a pro is playing a pick doesn't mean you should play it. Get off of the Nidalee. She's really high skill cap, especially if you're in bronze or silver. You really shouldn't be playing Nidalee. That's going to be my final word of the day. What do you have to say, Mr. Gold?
That's pretty much what we expected. As I said earlier, a couple kills, a couple snowball, a couple disrespect, and at least we had no AF King. So that's pretty much your civilized pickup League of Legends a match. So great cast, Rav. Always my indomitable co-caster. He's the man.
Peace.